are you?
Okay, I guess.
Everybody, welcome in. Let's get into the fifth phone call with Letecia Stauch and her Aunt Katrina, aka Locklear. And this one is a naughty girl, but we'll discuss that after the call. And with that, let's get into it. Are about to listen to took place after Letecia hung up with Harley regarding the figurine book. Harley did not know how to write, and she should not be celebrating Halloween. Then we are going to jump into the family tree real quick, and then we'll see what a naughty girl Katrina K. and Locklear is. And where is the connection on the tree? Let's go ahead and listen to this phone call in its entirety.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Okay, I guess. Sorry for late. It's calm.
I just not getting to come out.
Yeah.
Why so late?
I don't ever understand this stuff. I really don't. If I try to understand it, I'll just hurt my brain more and more. Trying to figure it out. Understand stuff. I've been deleting all my stuff I had. Apparently, I wrote a book. I went through and read the whole thing. Yeah, it was okay. I don't remember writing it, but it's in my handwriting. So I read a book. Then I went through and I read like all this stuff, which was so confusing about this whole date thing and the year and all that. But anyway, I read it all the way back from March. And oh my God, if you read it, you'd be like, what in the heck? I don't even understand half of it. I don't remember any of it. I'm just trying to piece together what the heck any of it means. I made it up until like, I think I made it up until like May. It said May. Craziness. Something about some people, and I had told people I was in this Seminole tribe. Oh God, that got me in trouble, man. It just got me in trouble. Because people wanted me to like think I could get on the reservation because they don't have to pay money to the government for gambling money.
Right.
I know, and they, the whole crazy thing is like, there was these people, right, who wanted us to deliver, every time we went vacation to Florida, wanted us to deliver suitcases to Florida with these figurines in them. And I would always be like, no, I'm not doing that, because I broke one of the figurines one time. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
What kind of figurine?
So there's these like, okay, so like apparently, I don't remember this part, but in one of the journal things, it says that there was Christmas figurines, and okay, so it says I went to Florida on December 6th, and it says that also I told people no, I wasn't taking these figurines to Florida, and like inside the figurines, I guess was like money or something, I don't know, and I just never what was written on the journal, and it says that once I found out that one of the figurines had broken and there was like money, like I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I guess once I get to Florida, I go to some house and it's on Biscayne Bay. And I'm like, no, I got to go back to my hotel because my hotel was at like a training facility, it said. And it was like I had to get back to a hotel. And then I didn't time until like 3 a.m. it said. And then it was like, well, I got scared apparently because I thought they were going to come find me. They were telling me I had to take these suitcases back to Colorado. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So apparently I get scared and get back on a plane the next morning. It says I got back on a plane into Denver, and that Albert picked me up in Denver, and he was like, why didn't you stay in Florida? And I was like, because I wouldn't bring suitcases back. They're out to get me. And I was trying to figure it all out. And I'm like, who was out to get me and what was going on with this? Because the whole Seminole tribe and the money, just like, so then I like keep reading more and more and like trying to figure it out. And I'm like, I think about it like, oh, what I do remember is like June, I don't know if it was last year or this year, because I don't know what date it is really, because it's all a conspiracy. But anyway, so June, I went on a cruise, right? And I went to Dominican, right? Well, guess where I left from?
Where?
Florida, right? Florida. So I know this is true because I like remember this part. I remember going to Dominican. I don't remember any of this other stuff, but I remember going to Dominican in June because Harley had graduation, like from school, you know. And so it was all of us went. The only person didn't go to Wayne because she went home with mom. And so we go to Dominican, and we got off Florida or whatever. And I remember someone was saying something to me then about this whole it's supposed to be like porcelain things or lamps and stuff like that. One of the suitcase, we were like, no, we're not taking a suitcase to Florida. So I like remembered that. But they like Christmas ornaments. I don't remember any of that stuff. But apparently I wrote about it in April. It says April. So I know it's my handwriting, so that's why it's all confusing. Like, I don't even remember April, but whatever. So I guess I've just been trying to like put all this together and figure out what the heck it's talking about, because I even asked the people in the Laboratory, and they were just like, well, okay, so there's a new member, so they came and told me about the new member, and so I was like talking to them about that. And so like I've been trying to figure out like, do they know about this, or you know? And then I found out that someone I know from Colorado knows about it, and I knew about the whole thing. I'm trying to put it all together because I told him I was from the Seminole tribe, because people never understood, you know, who the Lumpy were, you know. And so I got tired of explaining to people what better recognize means and not means, you know. So I'd always be like Seminole, Cherokee. I just think people knew, you know. And apparently, they thought that I could like somehow get on the Seminole tribe, and I guess if I got on the reservations, you could like, you know, hide money or something like that. I told these people no. Anyway, so like I just read upon all this stuff in the journal, was trying to figure it all out, what I'm missing and not missing, what's a conspiracy, what's not a conspiracy. I don't know. But then I asked the lady, right? I said, hey, who are these people that my aunt keeps telling me about that are friends from? And so she was like, oh, I seen him before on TV. And I said, well, why did you see him on TV? And so she was just looking at me like, I said, well, okay, what did they look like? She told me, I said, are they Caucasians? And she said, yeah. I said, any African Americans? She said, no. She kept talking. I was like, so there's no minorities involved? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, well then I'm not talking to these people if there's no minorities involved, because this land is cursed. Because you know how like with the agreements or the 4 states here, like, because apparently here, right, I'm at this Colorado place, right? And like Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah they've been cursed by the Indians in their land. So I think that that's what they did here to me, is they tried to put some curse on me. And like, I don't know if the Laboratory can like break the curse or not, because this land is cursed. Like, look it up. It's like in a treaty or something. I remember, something that they had, like an agreement or whatever. But I know that they have cursed the land here because the people tried to take it. And I said, I'm not talking to anybody. It's not any minorities. Because that doesn't make any sense because they cursed the land. Yeah, and then check this. So this girl, she comes back in here today, and she was like, hey, she was like, I was just talking about you. And I was like, why? She was like, I went out to talk to one of my doctors, and my doctor asked me if I said, what doctor? She was like, yeah, my doctor's name is Dr. Torres. And I go, okay, I don't know a Dr. Torres. She was like, yeah, she said she worked with you at the hospital in Pueblo. And I was like, I haven't been to any hospital in Pueblo. She's like, yeah, she said she was your doctor at the hospital, and she was asking me like questions about you. And I was like, why would the doctor be asking you questions about me? I said, I don't even know any doctor in Pueblo. Yeah, all of it is strange. So she was just asking, like, does she know me? What do I do every day? And, like, how close is she? Like, is she, like, near me or whatever? And I was just like, does she know me? She was like, of course. And I was like, well, how would she know me? She was like, what do you mean? And then she calls me back first. Well, like, does she know, like, me as Janelle? And she was just like, no. She was trying to explain it to me. And I was like, I don't know any doctor in Pueblo. She was like, well, she just came and gave me an evaluation, and she was talking to me about all kinds of questions. And I was just I'm like, why does this lady know me? And why is she asking you about me? Like, I don't even know you like that, you know?
So what's the girl's name? The new girl?
Do what?
Who's the new girl? What's her name?
That did what? That came in here to ask me that? Michelle. Or are you talking about a new girl from the Victoria?
The new girl that the doctor was asking about you.
Her name is Michelle, but she's not in the Victoria. The new girl in the Victoria is Jamie. Yeah, that was kind of weird. And so, like, I was like, well, I only made it to, I think, like, May, but I didn't see anybody with that name. So, I still have a lot. There's, like, I bet you, like, 75 pages of, like, junk writing. Like, one of them say, like, if I die, please make sure you go to some envelope that's got somebody's name on it. I don't even know this lady's name. So I'm still searching for this envelope. And so it says that there's keep your seat in there to make sure to give to everybody if I am not alive anymore. So I'm looking for that envelope, but I got a bunch of stuff that wasn't it. So I'm trying to find that envelope because it says in there is vital information. If you're reading this, the journal says if I'm reading that, it's probably because I'm not here anymore, but I want my family to know about something about the Seminole thing again. And I'm trying to figure
About what?
The Seminole tribe and the Monkey. And the people trying to get me in Colorado. And I was like, I know this guy, right? His E. I know him. And so, like, I'm like, I wonder if he was there at this place December 26th. That's my handwriting. So, I mean, I guess you could look up plane records to see if I, like, really went to this place. It says I did. December 26th. It says I went from Colorado Springs to Fort Lauderdale, I think, or Miami, one of them, and then the opposite.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Anyway, so the opposite the ones that I came back for the next day. And so, if I went for the came back the next day, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just wouldn't be normal, you know? And then it was talking about wanting us to take these suitcases again, and it said January. I'm like, January? It says I went on another cruise, and it's supposed to be taking me out of suitcases again, but I wouldn't take them. And I don't even understand this stuff. So I've been, like I said, I only made it to May trying to figure it out, but anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that maybe something will click, but nothing has clicked yet other than what I told you I knew about the Dominican, you know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, I just thought I'd give you an update, and always.
Thank you for using.
Aunt Katrina, are you there? I think Katrina said about 4 things during that whole entire conversation. The me, Letecia evil Stauch. And in a way, I kind of feel like she's not remembering what happened with Gannon, but it's in this mysterious book that she doesn't remember. And I do not believe for 1 minute that a doctor is talking to another inmate regarding Letecia. I just think that violates all the laws with the medical. Let's look at a family tree real quick. I want to show you the connection of Brenda acquired to Letecia Stauch, and then we'll discuss Aunt Kay for a moment. I also do not believe for 1 minute that Letecia does not remember what happened to Gannon. In her crazy mind, I don't know, I just feel like it's just some weird, let me get rid of Gannon and nobody will ever think it's me, and we'll go on this mission to find him and grow closer. Yeah, she's definitely sick. Not to mention, in my opinion, her jealousy over Landon is a far beyond a normal. The family tree, let's go. It has been a while since I've diddle-daddled in the family tree. Kaz and I were in it the other day, looking to see the connection with Aunt Kay, her married to a Locklear, a Willie, a Locklear, but we will get into where she belongs. But right now, I do not have the subscription, and I just can't pull it off. But let me show you the connection with Brenda acquired. Here is Letecia. Letecia's mom, Debra. Debra's mom, Betty Lou. Betty Lou's mother is Bessie Scott. And the Locklear comes in right here with Milton Ray Locklear. But remember, there could be 5 Locklears that are not in that. I think it's the 9 degrees of separation. I wish the girl that went to school with Letecia Stauch, high school, that got a hold of me would email us again. MonkieMar truecrime@gmail. So Letecia's mom, Debra. Debra's mom, Betty Lou Sampson, and her mother, Bessie Scott. Bessie Scott's sister, Ruby Viola Scott, whose mother, too, Brenda A. Sampson, who married Thomas B. Acquired, and that is definitely an older picture. So there's the connection. This family tree is huge. So that makes Brenda her great aunt. She is actually the same generation of Letecia Evil's a grandmother, Betty Lou Sampson. This tree is huge, and there's so many leaves and all of those things, but I have not been able to access that part, but hopefully soon I will. Let's talk about Aunt Katrina K. Locklear briefly, since sure that this is her, and she has a 57 possible charges, mostly driving, some larceny, a lot not specified. We've got a assault with a deadly weapon. When I get Ancestry back up and running, I will definitely figure out where her connection is, because remember, in the call she says to Letecia, have you spoken to, I'm pretty sure it's Ma and Pa, something on those lines. But let me show you two real quick on Letecia Stauch. I overlooked a charge that she had. 2001, communicating threats. 2010, criminal domestic violence first offense. I'm pretty sure that I've went over these. I probably don't remember. Simple assault and not specified, and of course a few driving citations. And maybe the Lumbee Indians just don't want to get a driver's license. I don't know. Oh, I never saw this one. A bomb report? Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm definitely looking into that. Yeah. That is definitely not a normal. All right, but with that, guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up, and we will dig deeper into these calls on our next live. And with that, it is a wrap. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications, so you do not miss the next time we drop a video and or a go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.